It's Friday, so I typically try to post a video on Friday. Sometimes it ends up being Saturday. Like last week, it ended up not even happening. It's just been a whirlwind of a couple of weeks as I am here back in Costa Rica now. And last week we had a tropical depression coming through Florida, and that was just, I just opened that third location on the harbor for wildfire, and so making the decision of do I evacuate everything out of the booth. I ended up just moving everything off the floor, and it was fine. Thank goodness we didn't get any water at the harbor or anything, and everything was fine. But that's definitely something that I'm going to have to face, in the upcoming months with hurricane season here. Not here in Costa Rica, but on the Gulf Coast, that's what we deal with. But yeah, so all week I've just been grounding down. I felt like I had never left when I got back here. It was really amazing as I drove through the town of Uvita, and I just felt like I was going home. And so I've been here, and I'm doing my training this weekend. I'm in a 500-hour training, and it's a teacher training, so I continue to learn. I never stopped learning. I've always continued on this journey of yoga because it is truly where I feel like the magic is, and I have bugs swirling around. It's been raining here all morning. I woke up to this amazing rain shower, this thunderstorm. I tried to take pictures and video, but it just didn't do it justice. The clouds were orange as they were coming over the mountains. It almost looked like the mountains were on fire. It was amazing, but it just did not translate with the video. So this is a place that you have to come to experience it, and I will be offering a retreat here in January of 2022. Our next event is in Destin, Florida, in July 31st at the beach in Destin, at a condo in the beach in Destin. And it's a day event. It's with Sherry Sequel and myself, and it's really, really nice. We do yoga, we go to the beach. If you want to paddleboard, you can paddleboard if the conditions are right. And so we have all of those things available, and we also share what has been working for us for a while now. And Sherry is a master Reiki practitioner, and she's also in her 500-hour training with Dragonfly Yoga. She teaches yoga in Fort Walton, and so yeah, would love to have whoever is feeling the pull to come, definitely get in touch with me, and I'll get you more info. So today's class, like I said, I've been grounding all week and just like really rooting down where I am. Yesterday was the full moon, last night, and I have a little full moon. You can see that's where I did a little full moon ritual last night, where I just wrote down all the things that I was ready to let go of, and really came into feeling where I want to be and who I want to become, and aligning with my higher self. And we all have this higher self, we all have a higher calling, a higher purpose of why we're here. And some people choose to answer that, and some people don't, and that's okay. Like, it's okay wherever you're at, And if you're watching this video, then there's probably something inside of you that's saying, yes, I'm ready for some more. I'm ready to let go of what's not working and move into something that is, just it feels better. So that's what these practices, that's what I hope to bring to the table with these practices, is a tool to help you feel better. Better in your body, and then it translates into your life. So we're going to do this class about grounding using the principles of engagement and expansion. So like a seed that's rooting into the ground, preparing to grow, what seeds are you planting, and how are you preparing your soil for growth? With nourishment, care, attention. That's basically what you need. So with engagement, as we go within, and we're hugging our muscles, and we'll do forward folds and exercises to prepare ourselves for expansion, which will be extending our muscles and lengthening, and will grow with poses such as crescent and the warrior poses. So we'll explore these concepts in our bodies and relate them to what we are cultivating in our lives and what we want to see grow. So that sounds like a plan to you. Find a comfortable seat. I'm sitting on a towel that's rolled up into a cushion, and I also have an extra towel that you might need. If you need blocks, grab your blocks too. I don't have a lot of props here because I haven't purchased them yet from a house here in Costa Rica. But towels are great, and books are great too for blocks. You can even tape books together. That's what I usually end up doing if I don't have blocks. So go ahead and find a seat. Make sure your pelvis is tilted towards the earth, your pubic bones facing towards the earth. That'll help your spine unravel naturally, and you can sit up tall with your crown towards the sky and close down your eyes, palms rested on your thighs, about mid-length to your thighs. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do that a couple more times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting everything go that was going on before. One more time. Arriving here and now, exactly where you are, feeling the support of the earth. Bring your hands together, palms pressed together. Anjali Mudra. And we'll Om to begin our practice. Inhale through the nose, and we'll Om together. Om. And release the hands, open the eyes. And go ahead and come up to standing at the top of your mat. So we're in Tadasana, and when you're in Tadasana, you want your ankles directly underneath your hips, and then you're going to bring your thighs back, so it's almost like you're sticking your booty back a little bit. Bring your arms back down, and bring your shins forward. So then bring your rib cages back. Squeeze the scapula towards each other. Lift through the heart. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, go within to forward fold. Looking inside, turning inward, looking at those things that maybe aren't serving us anymore. Bring the weight into the balls of the feet. If you need to slightly bend the knees, and then bring the thighs back. Inhale to rise. Lift the arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Thighs back, bring the arms by the side. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, keeping the thighs back. Even bring your hands to the tops of your thighs as you fold, creating that space. Let the heart fall forward, keeping the thighs back, and feel how that opens the hamstrings. And then release all the way to forward fold. Just letting everything go here, turning inside. Knowing this is where the change starts. This is where we prepare. Inhale, look up halfway, extend the spine. And then exhale, step the right foot back. And lower the right knee. If you need to bring a blanket under your right knee for support, your knees aren't fully stable. And then inhale to rise. Lift through the heart. Hug the muscles in. And then expand outward. And then exhale, bring the hands back down. Lift the knee. And then step back to forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms overhead, keeping the thighs back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. Hug the muscles in. Find stability here. Prepare as you expand, lifting up through the fingertips to the sky, lifting through the heart, keeping the hips squared, maybe leaning in a little bit more. And then exhale, hands back to the earth. Lift up through the left leg, and then step the left foot back to standing. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, go within, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step both feet back to a plank. So, you're in plank. The heels are pressed out. Tuck the pubic bone towards the earth. Only it's not going to be towards the earth. It's just going to be tucked down. Lift through the side body. So you want to lift your arms towards your shoulders towards your ears. Plug the arm bones in. And then melt the heart. So you're going to get a little curve in the spine here, but keep the pubic bone tucked. Option to lower the knees. Start to bend at the elbows and come all the way down. So you let your feet go wide here. You can let your feet go as wide as the mat. Lift up the shoulders. Plug the arm bones in. All right? And now, holding that, start to rise. Squeeze the scapula towards each other. Lift through the heart. Pull the sides of the neck back and look up. Exhale, come back down, tuck the toes, come up to a tabletop, and then into down dog. So take a nice wide stance here in down dog. And we're going to apply those same principles that we've been using, where you bring your side body long, so you bring your shoulders up by your ears, plug the arm bones in, and then squeeze the scapula down the back. Notice how the spine starts to curve, and now tuck the pubic bone down. Squeeze the muscles in towards each other. Hug the shins towards each other. Bring the thigh bones back. And then inhale, shift into a plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Option to lower the knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift the shoulders, squeeze the scapula down the back, and inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and make your way back to a down dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Lifting through the shoulders as you squeeze the scapula. Pressing the heels back. Slight bend in the knees as the thigh bones go back. Look towards the hands and either hop or step into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the right foot back to a high lunge. hug the midline as you squeeze the legs towards each other. Ground down through the feet, and then start to rise. You can bring your hands to your knees first, but lift up through the top of the back thigh. And then bend into the front knee even more. Now finding your stability here, reach your arms up overhead, expand outward, lift through the heart for crescent. Pressing back through the heel, lift the back leg, bend through the front, getting a little back bend here. Squeezing through the midline. And then exhale, bring both hands back to the earth. Step the left foot back to down dog. On the next inhale, step the right foot forward. High lunge. Squeeze through the midline. Find your stability as you root down and start to come up, finding your balance here. Lift the back thigh, bend into the front knee, keeping the heel pressed out. Finding the stability here, lift the arms, expanding outward, letting your gifts come forward, letting your light shine. Lift through the heart, bend even deeper into the front knee, and then exhale, bring the hands back to the earth. Step the right foot back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower the knees all the way down. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale, come back to down dog. 3 breaths here. At the bottom of the next exhale, bend the knees and hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your thighs back. And inhale overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands and either hop or step back into a plank or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. On the next inhale, lift the right leg to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Plant the back foot at a 90 degrees. Stabilize the feet and rise to warrior 2. So keep the thigh bones back here. Keep the chest forward and reach the arms as wide as you can. Lifting through the heart. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Fingers are wide, energy spreading out, outward, expanding outward. Lower the back leg and inhale the right arm high. And then exhale, circle both arms to come back down to a high lunge. Stabilize the legs, come into that high lunge. Root down and then rise. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shift the weight forward. Finding your stability here, finding your strength. Prepare to take off into flight for warrior 3. Kicking the back leg up. Bring the left hip towards the ground and extend out through the left heel. Maybe reaching the arms forward. And then come back to crescent. Inhale the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring both hands back to the earth. Step the right foot back to down dog. Take a deep breath here. And on the next inhale, lift the left leg for three-legged dog. And then exhale, step the left foot between the hands, plant the back foot at 90 degrees, and rise for warrior two. Keep the thigh bones back, chest forward, reach the heart up. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Reaching out through the fingertips, expanding. Drop the back arm, lift the left arm high. And then exhale, circle both arms and come back down to a high lunge. Stabilize here in your high lunge. Find your ground here, find your stability. Then rise for crescent. Keeping the back leg lifted, bending into the front knee. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center and shift your weight forward. Getting ready to take off for flight. And come into warrior three. Draw the right hip down towards the ground, squaring the hips off, finding your stability here, and then letting yourself fly. Come back to your crescent. And then bring the hands to the ground. Step the left foot back to a plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin, or bend for chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then exhale, back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Bottom of the last exhale, bend the knees and hop or step into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the arms by the side. Maybe rock back and forth. Letting all 4 corners of the feet be engaged. So maybe taking the toes and setting them down by the big toe, spreading the toes wide, one at a time as you let your toes touch the ground, all the way to your pinky toe, and then rooting down through the heels, and notice how that engages the legs. And then bringing your thighs back, hugging the shins in. Keep the rib cage down. Inhale, reach the arms high overhead, look up towards the sky. Take hold of the left wrist. Ground down through the left foot and stretch over to the right. Reaching out through the left arm. Inhale, back to center. Take hold of the right wrist. Reach over to the left. Inhale here. Pressing down through the right foot as you extend. And then come back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. And then circle sweep your arms and come all the way down slowly. Let the heart lead the way and come all the way into forward fold. Go inward. Inhale, extend halfway up. And then exhale, step both feet back to a plank. Here, you're going to bring your side body long, plug the arm bones in. Squeeze the scapula down the back. Option to lower your knees and start to bend at the elbows, hugging into the rib cage. Come all the way down to the ground. So here, you want to bring your arms like a T, in a T shape. And bring your head to the side here. Bring your right hand, press into the ground, and start to roll over to the left side. Bring the right foot behind you. stretch in the shoulders. And then come back to center. Other side, press the left hand into the ground and start to roll over to the right. Bring the left leg behind you. Feeling your connection here to the earth. And then come back down. And then bring both your fingertips to touch into the earth. And you're going to bring your side body long. Plug the arm bones in and squeeze the scapula together, and that starts to lift the chest. And then inhale, continue lifting, stay on the fingertips. Bring the throat back, look up. And then exhale, come back down. Tuck the toes, press yourself back and come into a child's pose. Bring the knees wide, send the booty back, and bring the arms out in front. Going inside like a little seed, preparing for growth. You rock back and forth from heel to heel. Maybe massaging the forehead on the ground. And then finding stillness for one moment. And then start to walk the hands over to the right side. Send the hips back and take a nice stretch here. And then start to walk the hands over to the other side. Send the hips back. Take a nice stretch here. And then coming back to center. Start to make your way forward on your forearms and coming into a Sphinx pose. Coming to the belly. So your forearms are on the ground and pulling back from your elbows. And you want your elbows to be directly under your shoulders. And so you're like almost pulling the floor towards you. And you're pulling your heart forward. But you're keeping your scapula squeezed together. Lifting up through the crown. And then you can release. Then you're going to bend your right knee and bring your left arm in front of you. And then reach back for your left foot. Sorry, this is your right foot. So you're going to reach your right arm back for your right foot. Maybe even turn your hand around on your foot. A nice little stretch here. This is really good if you've been sitting at a desk all day or driving or and then release. And switch sides. Bring your right arm right in front of you. Shift your weight to your right. Bring your left foot behind you. Take hold of the left foot. And you can even go deeper into this and press yourself up. It's a little bit more of a challenge. Do what you can. And then release. And come all the way back down. You rock the hips back and forth. Just feeling your connection here to the earth. Knowing you're exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment, right here, right now. And then bend both the feet, the knees. Take hold of both the feet. Bring your side body long. Squeeze the shoulders back and down as you start to lift, pressing the feet into the hands. Lifting through the heart. Opening through the heart, squeezing the scapula. And then release. Come all the way back down. Feel your connection here. And then we'll do that one more time. Bend the knees, take hold of the feet. Bring the shoulders up and back and down as you start to lift through the heart, pressing the feet into the hands. Let's continue the breath. And then release the head to the other side. And then go ahead, tuck the toes and make your way back to a down dog. Take a few deep breaths here. On the next inhale, bring the right shin forward, coming into pigeon pose. Slide the left foot back. Keep the foot engaged. Keep the legs engaged here. Maybe even come up to the fingertips. If your right hip is not touching, use a blanket or a block to slide under the hip and give yourself some elevation there. Lift through the heart. And then exhale, start to fold forward, keeping the legs engaged. Taking an honest look inside. Offering yourself nourishment, offering yourself love, compassion, attention, all the tools that you need for growth. Keeping the right foot engaged. So you want the entire right foot to be engaged and flexed. If this causes any discomfort in the knee, you can back up and back off out of it. Connecting with the earth, connecting with your environment, with where you are in this moment, in your body. And then start to come out of it, start to rise. Tuck your toes and step the right foot back to down dog. On the next inhale, step the left shin forward, keeping the left foot flexed as you press the right foot back. So you want the left foot flexed and you want the toes to click down. Back foot is engaged. Square the hips. Lift through the heart. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe you start to come forward. Walking them first to the forearms. And going inside. Looking at the things that you can let go of, that aren't serving you anymore. Making preparations, making space for that growth, for the new to come in. And then slowly making your way back up. Tuck the toes and step the left foot back to a down dog. Look to the hands and you're going to make your way to a seated. You can either hop or step into a seated pose. And from here, let's do some forward fold. So bring the legs out in front of you. Find your sit bones. Maybe remove the fleshy part so that your sit bones connect to the earth. Draw the pubic bone down towards the ground. Inhale, reach the arms high. Flexing through the feet, exhale, bring the heart forward. Keep the arms reaching to the sky. Keep the arm bones plugged into the sockets and squeezing through the scapula, reaching out through the fingertips, pressing out through the heels. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. Come down a little bit more. Stay extended. Exhale, fold, and then release your arms, maybe to the ground, maybe to your shins, maybe to your feet. Keep the crown extended. Keep the heart forward and keep melting until you melt completely and fully, letting the head drop. Going as deep and as truly as you can. Not pushing yourself, but looking with love. Looking at your limitations, looking at your obstacles, looking at what's holding you back, and then sending yourself love and gratitude for being honest with yourself. Maybe giving your feet a little massage here. And slowly walk yourself back up. And then we're going to grab our towel and you're going to fold it in half and then roll it up. So it's going to be about the size of your mat. You're going to put that right behind you, and then you're going to take your other towel and do the same thing. And I actually think I want to use this towel for that, because it's a bigger towel. You might want to use a smaller towel, but this feels really good on your back. And this is a restorative pose we're going to do. And so you're going to put that, whichever towel that you want, on your back behind you. And then this one is going to be actually rolled long ways. So you're going to bring it long and then roll it up long. So this is going to be a really good grounding and opening pose, because it'll open our hips and it'll open our heart as well. But we'll have the support of the earth, and so it's just a really, really comforting and opening pose. So you'll take the towel and wrap it around your heels. So you bring your feet together, wrap the towel around your heels, and you can wrap it through like that. And so you're just kind of pulling your heels together, and then just let your knees fall to the side. And if you need extra support on your knees, you can grab some pillows and put under your knees. And then you're gonna lower yourself back over the towel so that your scapula, the bottom of the scapula, is resting on the towel. And then just let your shoulders fall back. Let your arms go wide. And just enjoy the sounds of the jungle. Allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to open. Letting the energy just pass through. Releasing what's not serving you and renewing you with what will. can you let go? Where can you release? How can you show up more authentically? How can you use your energy more efficiently? Where are you wasting your energy? Letting all of that just fall into perspective naturally. And then we're going to start to move out of this pose. So you're going to just start to pull the prop out from behind you. Just pull the towel out. Let your back rest. Gently bring your knees together and remove the towel. And then let your legs go long. Just letting yourself rest fully in Shavasana. So stay in Shavasana for as long as you want, but when you're ready, bend your knees and start to roll over to one side or the other. Just keep your eyes closed and press yourself back up. Find a towel or pillow to sit on. Keep your attention inward and come back into an easy pose. And just notice how you're feeling in your body. Checking in. How has this practice opened you? How has this practice helped you become more in tune with what it is that you're letting go of, that you're releasing, that you're moving into? And bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. We'll take 3 deep breaths and we'll close with 1 Om. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll Om this last breath. Om. Thank you for joining me with this short practice today. If there was anything that you particularly enjoyed, or maybe that you wanted to see or needed something more, please let me know. And I will continue to bring you classes weekly, and I will see you next week and maybe before that. So again, follow my page, Wildflyer, in Ocean Springs and in Destin, and like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and just let me know how you like this class. Thank you. Have a great weekend.